So sometimes we have patients or residents that we're working with or clients that they're not able to get up on their own, even with help from us. They're just too heavy or they're too weak, and it's unsafe to try to do transfers. So this is where Hoyer lifts come in. And so I'll demonstrate what this looks like. You want to make sure when you're working with one of your patients or residents that you know which side is up. In this case, for this one, the side with the straps like this is actually where the head goes. So if they're easy to maneuver, this makes this job a little bit easier. So I'm going to have Macy roll this way. You're going to put one side underneath of her, where it's kind of in the middle. Make sure you get underneath the head too. Okay, all right, Macy, come on back this way. And you can come on this side and just kind of pull the rest of it through. Okay, and then come on back this way. There you go. All right. Each one of these straps on both sides, on the top and the bottom, they have multiple little hooks. Some of them, like this one, are not color-coded, and so you're going to just count and make sure you're on the right hook. So whatever's on the bottom, make sure on the right and the left-hand side, you're on the same hook, and the same thing on the top. One of the things to be careful on when you're starting to do Hoyer lifts with your residents is typically we don't like to be flat like this. It feels like you're going to fall out of the Hoyer. So what I like to do, where it's appropriate, is I like to have the shorter straps on the top so you can actually get them more in a sitting position. You'll kind of see what that looks like in just a second. There we go. Make sure you lock the wheels so it's steady. And then we're going to do the longer side on this side, and she's small enough and I'm tall enough I can just reach across. And then we're going to do shorter on this side here. Yep, all right, tell you what. Yeah, there you go, perfect. She's cheating, but that'll work. Yeah, you get the idea. We want to make sure her head is cradled by this as well. And if you're fortunate enough, you actually have one that's electronic. And then all you're going to do is lift. I typically like to go a little slow as they come up just to make sure that everything's kind of situated right and they're comfortable. Macy, you doing okay?
Yep.
There you go. You can also, depending on the height of the bed, like I have this bed pretty high for me, you can bring the bed down too, so you can clear the pole or the rail. Now you're flying. Okay. All right, and then from here you can just unlock the Hoyer. And then you can wheel them wherever you want to go. If you look at the bottom here, you'll see.
Can you do it into the wheelchair?
Yeah. You'll see that the wheels, I've actually have them splayed out. You'll see that I have the wheels actually splayed out. The purpose for this is so that you can get a wheelchair or slide this over where the wheelchair is. So I'll bring the wheelchair over. You okay? Okay. All right. When you go to sit them in the chair, there's a couple things you can do. Watch their feet and their knees on the pole back here. I like to push on the knees a little bit just to get to where when she gets into the seat, her rear end is all the way to the back. There you go. The other way in.
Yeah.
And then just watch their head as this thing comes down. If they're a bigger person, you may run into issues. For smaller people, it's not a big deal. And then once it's loose enough, you can start taking the straps off. And for some people, you just want to leave them in the Hoyer strap while they're in the chair because it will make it easier for you to get back in the bed later. And then you can just push this thing back.